potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Oregon Ducks. Team looking to get into the win column. the UCLA Bruins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Ducks return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that grown man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock, he can catch the football, he's good at blocking. This guy stays on the field for a reason.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, the players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
The Bruins offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, cornerback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time he's got his man. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So now on comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Using his legs, it's James. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. Makes the grab. It's James. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. 1st down for this offense. They go to the draw. Just destroying his way through the field. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up. You think about the long list of great UCLA running backs. You know what people forget? Jackie Robinson was a UCLA running back.
And Jackie also started safety for UCLA. He started both ways. Just think about how good of an athlete you have to be to do that. But the tradition, the uniforms, the Rose Bowl, everything about UCLA just smells good.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. That's caught. It's Sturdivant.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. They're trying to get to it. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's low. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that...
And he breaks into the open. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Feeling some heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Catch in the middle, it's Ferguson. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Going to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. Really? This conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
You could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
He's got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but he's not able to get to the first down marker. That last completion has him set up 2nd and short. Looking downfield, it's Garbers. Got a man. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet, McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Big fullback's got it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give... Fullback. 3 yards. Great tackle there. They ran it on first down, now on second. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but the sweet Bruin catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He's looking to throw. He makes a grab. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Slams ahead. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying to break the plane on second and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole, slip it through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now, and you score so quickly. It's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. And the Ducks will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. The Bruins want to crank the tempo. To throw, it's Garbers. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. He's going to pass. He caught it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. The quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Bruins. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Pass on the way, it's picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Running backs on either side of the quarterback. The back goes in motion. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Harden. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Bruins have pushed it inside the 20. He makes the connection. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. To the air, it's Garbers. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Bruins line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Still looking on the move. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Well, two things I love by the quarterback on that play. One, his ability to flush outside the pocket and make a quick decision. No one's open and I'm taking off and running. And two, get out of bounds. No need to take a big hit. Just save yourself, save the body. Fresh set of downs coming up. Well done.
Handoff from the gun. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense did a really good job stringing that one out.
You got to see the counter when you start to pull guys, understanding I'm going to spill that ball, make sure it bounces outside, out wide, doesn't come downhill. Great job by the defense understanding that and pursuing to the football.
Takes the handoff. It's James. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. The Ducks are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. After run, now throw. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. With the catch, it's James. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. New set of downs after that completion. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but to play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They're bringing heat. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this one splits the uprights. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. All wideouts, no backs. Back to pass, it's Garbers. He looks that one in nicely. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are fun.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And the Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. One more snap coming before halftime. From the gun, give on the inside. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sturdivant. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Off play action on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Dropping back, it's Garbers. Pulls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants.
And it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Grabbed behind the line. It's Harden. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another 1st down. It's a draw. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do happen.
The Bruins are rolling down the field. Looking to throw, it's Garbers. He's right on target. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. They'll leave it with him. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Snagged in the middle. It's Sturdivant. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Off the play fake on first down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. 3rd and goal from way back there. He's looking downfield to throw. Setting up the screen. Jumped on top of the pile. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Splits the uprights. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Kentucky. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Takes the handoff. It's James. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
He's going to run it. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. They are controlling the ball. 9th play of the drive. From the gun, the running back has it. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Gives it to the back on the draw. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. It's good. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
27, Oregon, 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UCLA will go back to work on offense. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Looking to throw, it's Garbers. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
Getting some heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, that's not Lamar Jackson back there scrambling around. This is a guy the defense felt like if we can get him out of the pocket and flush him, we can get after him and chase him, bring him down. And they did that one pretty easy there, getting the sack.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Ducks send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Working that left side now. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Back to pass, it's Garbers. Fires to the wideout. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board quickly.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Might as well go big or go home. They need a touchdown, and it looks like they're on their way home anyway. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Poor starting field position here for this offense. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the dub.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
3rd and short. They've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Makes the catch. It's Harden. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bit...
This is Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Welcome to Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Crimson Tide. This place is charged up and ready for a big game today. This is not just a regular matchup. Battle of top 10 teams, two teams colliding early in the season. One team can make a strong statement about the season ahead, as we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Will kick this away to start us off. They'll return it from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. So Alabama's offense begins this game backed up. That was not a good return. And here comes one of the elite running backs in all of college football. When he gets the ball in his hands, he's just holding your breath time, Kirk. He's been electrifying.
He sure is. The embodiment of a superstar. The bona fide runner with ill intentions for the defense. This offense leans on him, and there aren't very many times that he doesn't come through for him.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
He's tackled just short of the 20-yard line.
When you can get good chunks of yardage like this on early downs, it just keeps you on schedule, leading to more manageable third down situations. Never underestimate the value of consistently getting 4 or more yards a pop like that.
Tries the right with a quick throw. It's caught downfield. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a first down.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Looking to throw. It's Milroe. And it falls incomplete. Here's the second down play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. The pocket breaking down.
Well, defense does a nice job of pressuring the quarterback. I'll tell you what, that's a heck of an effort by this guy just to be able to get back close to the line of scrimmage.
So out comes the field goal team from a long way out. They are putting a whole lot of faith in this kicker.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
And he's brought down out at the 46. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Second down, we're going to throw it. Grab down the middle. It's Humphreys. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for his big tight end. He's got it near the end zone. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
You know, the real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. You love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it, because that puts so much pressure on that defensive quarterback.
And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Kicking team out for the PAT try.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Georgia, 7, Alabama, 0.
Looks like the returner will try and field this one. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They need something out of this possession. The last time they settled for a field goal attempt, but then they missed it. Quick spin on the run. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Looking for some space. It's Young. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. Come to the line for second down and very short now. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Single back, takes the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Here we go.
On the handout, they'll test the right side here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well do you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And they'll force him out of bounds after a short run.
Boy, trawls and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
Offense hungry to convert here in third down. They don't want to send out the field goal team after what happened in the last attempt. Dropping back, it's Milroe. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. You got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So on 4th down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Well, they thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They're going to run it. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
Dropping back, it's Beck. Catch made over the middle. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. It's third down for the offense. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Using his legs here. He's found some room at the 45. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
He hands it off from the gun. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Big throw caught on the left side. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
Well, it's a good thing they pick up the first down here because it would have been interesting to see. They were kind of in that no man's area there. If they did not pick up the first down, would they have kicked the field goal or would they have gone for it? But here, it doesn't matter. Nice first down.
And they get him down after the completion. The completion makes it second down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Caught over the middle. It's Bell. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away. So now it's third and short from the 21 as this defense tries to make a stand and force a field goal attempt or a fourth down stop. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I love how the back didn't really dance around trying to make a big play. He knew it was third down in inches, lower the shoulder, get the first down.
And then first down right back to the running game.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Quick throw, the catch is made. The stop made at the 5. The offense will have first and goal now.
Well, this is called settling down in his zone defense, just kind of finding that soft spot. So not only does this tight end show that he's got great athletic ability and great size, here he shows that he understands coverage by sitting down in that hole, giving the quarterback a nice target, able to pick up that first down.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 8. To the air, it's Beck. Makes a quick catch. Brought down at the 5 after the completion. Defense getting pushed back.
This defense is spread out all over the field, trying to be able to make plays in space. That is a key. Good job of tackling and keeping him out of the end zone.
Trying to throw for it on third and goal. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Well, they slow the game down with a long, grinding drive to produce a touchdown. That was impressive.
What's impressive to me is the consistency. You know, it's one thing to hit a receiver and you score a big touchdown, but to be able to go and sustain drives and keep the sticks moving, that puts a lot on the quarterback and the execution of the offense. Man, did they make that look easy.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Turner looking to make a play here. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Difficult to win games kicking field goals. To cut into this lead, they got to find the end zone. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. Tackled right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Well, I know people want to talk about the spread, and Alabama's offense has changed over the years, but at the end of the day, with this coaching staff, it still comes down to the line of scrimmage and the ability to pound the rock. Think about the backs they've had in recent years. Mark Ingram and Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Jahmyr Gibbs most recently. This is an offense that still wants to control things up front and beat you down.
Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Well, Kirk, it's Georgia on top so far. And as we reach the end of one, the lead is starting to mount. Let's take a quick look at the first quarter stats before we move on. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Back to throw. It's Milrow. Defense is... And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. And it's picked off. Threw it across his body and paid the price. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They punched it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop him this time. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
A pretty good push up front here by this offense line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air for the touchdown.
And we're able to get him down.
Well, he came close to putting this ball into the end zone, but he comes up short. Now we're looking at a third and goal. Boy, the defense is digging in. The offensive line trying to get a good push. I'm curious to see if they try to run the football again here on third and goal.
He's swarmed by the defense. Coach is going to take the 3 points. Here comes the field goal unit. It's a short attempt, but from the left hash mark, a severe angle here. And that is no good. Off the miss, it's still an 11-point lead. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. They go backwards on first down, so it's second and long from the 19. Takes the handoff again. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be looking to make a play deep downfield. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a first and 10. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Things just appear to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up fourth down. Out comes the field goal team to give it a shot. This is a long way out. This try is no good. Missed opportunity to make this a one-score game. Still losing by 11.
Oh, my gosh, he had it right on target. Unfortunately, he didn't quite have the distance. That hit right in the middle of that crossbar, and they miss out on 3 points.
Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball. Second down play coming up. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. Wow, juke the first tackler. That was enough to make the first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. Tackle made, but the game moves the ball to the 30.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The shotgun running play call. Finding space at the 20. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Georgia setting up for the first and 10 now. Got space looking for the end zone here. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense. The Dogs will line up now. It's 1st and goal. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he scores. Touchdown, Dogs. Well, they had some high hopes, Kirk, coming into this game. They practiced well, prepared well, they were optimistic, but things just did not work out, and that's a tough loss.
Yeah, their opponent just made more plays than they did, plain and simple. But there's a lot to learn from losses like this, and the smart coaches know how to use them to motivate their team moving forward.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. From Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome to Notre Dame Stadium, where they will shake down thunder from the sky to cheer on their Fighting Irish and hoping that plenty of echoes will reverberate in victory at the end of the game. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. And the Cardinals will kick it away to start us off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Not much coaches love more than finding points on special teams, and that 94-yard touchdown return gave it to them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Louisville's offense will take the first swing of the game. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
And it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this. But this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. It's a draw. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
And they can't make the connection.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. With the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Wide open downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Got his man downfield. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Trying to surge it in. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals!
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to, and you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a saying, there's no defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, limiting his carries.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Here on third down, will they go back to the running game? It'll be a draw. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose.
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways. And the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Notre Dame lines up quickly.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. A third and long coming up here. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On third down, he drops the throw. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it's no good. But there is a flag down, and he might get another shot at this. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. They'll try to pop the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. They'll go right back to him. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Hoping to move the chains, here comes Notre Dame on fourth. They'll try it on the ground. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22.
5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Back in this defense. To the air. It's shut. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. The Cardinals line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. On the return, it's live. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here come the Irish back on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th-down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for him.
And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll keep it himself. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And now on second down for this offense. On the ground, it's locked. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, that used to just drive me nuts. I couldn't stand that. The quarterback drops back the pass, scrambles around. You got me chasing you all over the field, getting close to the sideline. Stay in bounds. Please stay in bounds. Let me get a little bit of a reward for all my running so I can just put some kind of hit on it. Nope, steps out of bounds.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Leonard. It's complete to the left. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They wrestle him down after he picks up 6 inside the 20 and down at the 18.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Off the play fake. Now he's going to break the pocket. Makes the grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. This offensive scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. The inside handoff. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Handoff to the lone back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes a connection. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The Cardinals are flying down the field. Power football with the run. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and short. Wide receiver shows motion. Dropping back, it's Shuck. Fires to the right. It's caught downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I'll tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in offense.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Looking to throw for it. He'll pull it down. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. And under the watchful eye of touchdown Jesus, the Irish are starting to roll on the ground.
Starting to get that big physical ground game going. And one thing you know about Notre Dame traditionally over the years, offensive line play is always great. They're always making holes, and they're always playing super physical.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Eric Parsegian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. He's going to take off. And it's slipped out. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. After that huge play right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Snags it, and he will score! Touchdown, Louisville! These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all offseason to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Leonard. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Irish send out the punt unit. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drop. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Give to the back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Finds a crease at the 20. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. From the red zone, looking for a space. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Payne. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play. But understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it breaking on the football, getting them on the ground.
It's complete to the right. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Catch in the middle, it's Bell. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. A first down for the offense. On the run, it's Turner. At the 45 on his way. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Open space at the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Not much running room. He's got one down to the 12. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Fielded in the end zone, it's Payne. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the Irish, back on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and risky in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting him to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
In this off.